Hey, Chalkin' History friends. It's the start of another week. It's Monday. We are heating things up, getting ready for the Prada movie. Again, I don't know if we're going to be able to stream it or if it will be in theaters only. But come in and join me. As we get a couple things done, say hello. Hey, you'll see a red live box at the top left corner of your screen. Let's make sure we're live. Say hello. Sprinkle out that. Oh, the live is over my face. How come you got, nope, no it's not. Not when you click on it. Otherwise it is. Maybe we should change that. Let's see if we could shift that somewhere else. There we go. How about we do that? There we go. All right, good times. Say hello. Hey, Kathy. How are you today? We are going to do, I think, somewhat of a couple quick projects here. Let me just move these out of the way. Thanks for sharing. I appreciate you. We're going to do a shirt, and then we're going to do our Decor riser. I don't think I've played with our Decor riser yet, so looking forward to that. So we'll put this aside for the moment, because we'll do that next. Let's just get our heat transfer out of the way. So I have this fun gray shirt. I really like this. I've been buying a couple different colors of this shirt because it fits me comfortably. I really like it. Let's get one of these out. Remember, you guys get 2 heat transfers for every little package design that you buy, except for the 11 by 17. Those you only get one of. Careful, because that does stick. So let's get this guy shoved back in there. Come on, you. Get back in there. Use that for a different project. Okay, we can put that aside. So you want to use lighter fabrics when you're working with heat transfers, okay? Unless it has white ink on it, and these do not. But if it did have white ink, then it would matter what color shirt you had. But these do not have the white ink on it. So let's see. I would like, I'm not sure I want the words on here. It says you have no style or sense of fashion. I don't know, you know, Miranda was pretty mean in the movie. I'm not a meanie. So I might go ahead and just cut that off and just do that itself. I feel like I will be more comfortable with that. If we wanted to, we could put the words maybe at the bottom. We could put it at the back of our neck. We could put it on a sleeve. But I think for my main focus, I am just going to put it on the chest without the words. And then we'll decide where we want to put those. Okay. Okay, also, this will transfer, so you want to make sure you get rid of that too. Glad I saw that, because I would have been upset with that. All right, so we want to make sure that's gone. We don't need that. All right. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to kind of bend this. Try to kind of find a midpoint. Okay, without disturbing the actual design. Because even though the design looks like it's heavily on this side versus the other side, you still want to center it. I am okay, and I'm glad you are too. Okay, so kind of just eyeball it. course, we're gonna have to make sure that's straight because you know how I feel about my designs being crooked. So let's just temporarily tape it. And then we can move it around if we need to. So I'm gonna get my heat transfer tape. You guys, I bought a dispenser. I think it's in my mailbox actually, or maybe it didn't come yet today. Can't remember if I saw that it was delivered. I know it's coming today. I know my mail was delivered. Sometimes Amazon comes in the regular mail. Okay, let's just kind of tack it down with a couple pieces here. And then, like I said, if we have to shift it a little bit, we can. I'll hold my shirt up. I have my heat press all ready to go at 360 for a minute. Let me hold this up here. I feel like it might have to come up a little bit. Just a smidgen on the right. Just a smidgen. So I'm going to just a smidgen. Okay. And then we'll adjust the other ones. Just a smidgen. Now, I did pre-treat the shirt with this sublimation spray. If you need to know where to get this, just comment sub, S-U-B, and I'll be able to get that link for you. All right, let's see here. How about now? Okay, I think this looks good now. Okay. I have it on a pressing pillow. We need to get that Teflon out of there, though. I think I might need, I might get some parchment paper just to have here for when I do my inking projects. So you could use either parchment paper or a Teflon sheet. I do like the Teflon sheets though. Okay, make sure this is nice and flat. Okay, let's put down our Teflon sheet. It is kind of hard to see where your design is though. So we'll just start on one side. Press it down a little bit, give it some pressure, and then we'll kind of hit the other side too, because you still have a good portion of that needs to be heat set. How is everybody doing today? After this, we'll work on our Decor riser project. I have an idea in mind, so I'm hoping it turns out cute. I'm sure it will. It's Monday. It's the start of a brand new week. A brand new work week, I guess you could say. Although I guess it depends if you work Sundays or not. We got about 9 seconds to go. All right, then we're gonna shift. I wanna see. I'm gonna go kind of just over a little bit, and then we'll finish this last part. Press it down. We'll see how it does today. This is, it doesn't say there what it is. I'm pretty sure, let's see. This is not a polyester shirt. That's why I treated it with that sublimation spray. Actually it is. It's 60 poly, 35 rayon, and 5 spandex. So it should transfer pretty well. Directions say, let's see what it says here. 360, 60 seconds. Best for most projects. So you know what, there is always a chance that you need additional time. So we're just gonna press it in sections and see how we did. I feel like, I'm not sure if it did transfer well or not. I'm not gonna peel it because I have that spray on it, it was sticky. So we're just gonna press it and see how it goes. So a couple days ago, it was our wedding anniversary, so we spent some good time together. Yesterday, we each got a pedicure, so that was kind of nice. It has been a long time since I did that, so that was good. And he's a runner, so he likes to get his feet done every now and again. I am going to press this part again. I just don't feel like it took. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I want to make sure, because I don't know, you can kind of see it's like grayish up here, but then black. So I'm not sure if part of it worked. Maybe I didn't even have it on the design itself. I don't know. But we're going to do it again, 60 seconds. And then we'll move it up to the top. And then we'll peel a little bit and see how we did. See if it transferred that time. I feel like I got most of it covered over here. Almost done here, and then we'll move it up. Okay, we're gonna move it up to here, I think. Okay, see now I think that that time worked. Part of the heel was not done. Oh, ouch, hot. Yeah, that worked this time. Honestly, I might press it a couple more times just to make sure that red is very vibrant. It doesn't hurt, it doesn't ruin it. I think it'll be a fun shirt to wear on May 1st. Because that's when the movie's coming out. The Devil Wears Prada 2. I don't know how they're going to top number 1, because 1 was pretty good. Tell me if you guys watched number 1. I did. I've watched it multiple times since it first released. Anne Hathaway, oh, she does such a great job, and so does Glenn Close. Okay. Let's just take a little peek here. Wonder if it shifted on me. I feel like there's a little shadow there. Shouldn't have though, because it's pretty stuck on. So unless that's part of the design. Let's see. Just gonna take a little corner up here. See how it's really stuck? I sprayed this shirt yesterday, and so it dried all day long. That does look pretty red. I know I say not to drag your heat press, but that is stuck, so I'm going to kind of move it around a little bit here. Give it one last shot of some hot air. Or not air necessarily, but just some heat. All right, the moment of truth, my friends. Okay, we can turn this off. We're gonna put this elsewhere because that's gonna be hot. Hot, hot, hot. Oh, you know what I keep forgetting to do too? Oh gosh darn. Okay, it didn't go through this time, good. You guys, put a layer of, I really need to get parchment paper so that we can put a layer of something in between our layers. Oh yeah, that's good. Awesome. It's kind of nice that the paper sticks and it won't shift on me. Whoa, that looks good, you guys. So good. Oh my gosh, how fun is that? I love it. Okay, one-time use, so you can trash that. I wonder if we should do like a sleeve. That would be kind of fun to have it on our sleeve. Of course, make sure it's upright. Problem would be, can we get it wide enough? And I don't think so. We could get fashion. Could cut it and just have it say fashion. Or do we do it like on the bottom? We could do it on the bottom at the seam here. Kind of like the idea of doing it on the arm, but we'd have to do this in sections because I don't think I can get the sleeve spread out enough. So I'd have to cut fashion off. How can we do this? How can we do this? You know what I'm saying? I can't even spread it that much, although, let's see. Thank you, Kathy. What do you think? Bottom of the shirt, Kathy, or the sleeve? Kind of leaning towards the sleeve. And I will definitely put like a paper towel in there. Okay, so it doesn't bleed through. Is that wide enough? Yeah. Okay. Let's get it up in there. You don't want to put one of our ink mats in there because those warp when you get them hot. So we don't want to do that. Let's just get this in here. Let's see if I can get this nice and flat in a good spot here. Okay. All right, I am going to just spritz it a little bit here. Okay, it says spray on, let it dry. Makes perfect sense. Give it a couple squirts. I'm gonna take my dry tool here. Let's give it a good dry. It doesn't stain the clothes or anything like that. Sleeve. I agree. I think it'll be cute. It's a little sticky, but I don't think it's wet. All right, my rings keep flipping around on me. I'm also gonna get rid of that. So let's cut that off. It's just like a copyright date. It says 2020 CS. I'm not quite sure. Copyright something maybe it stands for. I don't know. All right, let's get that off. And I'm just going to kind of let that kind of ride right on that seam there. This is, let's see, this is the middle of the sleeve. So I think we're good there. let's just adjust here. All right, kind of right next up to that seam there. I think this is gonna be cute. Something different. Because I'm not mean like Miranda. She was mean. She was a meanie. Kathy, have you seen the movie? Have you seen the first movie? And what I'll do is I'll tape this down here. And we'll go ahead and tape this side down here. Okay. Now it's kind of laying kind of funky because of the seam underneath. So let me think about this because I don't want it to not work because it's not flat. I'm wondering if I should put like a pressing pillow in here so that, okay. Let me just wrap this around here. So it doesn't shift on us. I might fold this in half if I can. Let me see if I can. And shove this up the sleeve. That way it's a nice flat surface for the sleeve that it doesn't, oops, gotta get it around both. So that it doesn't hit that seam that's on the other side of my sleeve. All right, so I may have to buy just different size pillows. I think it's a good idea. Okay, shush, 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 shush. Okay, a little shifting here. No bleach. Okay, let's unstick this. Shush, 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 shush. No barking. No barking. Okay. No barking, Baba. Just trying to find the middle here. Okay. Okay, let me readjust this up here so it's nice and flat. Okay, so then we're going to have to really apply pressure. All right. I think we're good. Let's get that Teflon sheet. No, you haven't seen the first one? Oh, you got to watch it. It's good. It's actually a good movie. Oh, we turned this off. Let's get this back on. Give it a minute to heat back up. Hi, Mary. Say hello. How are ya? Tell me if you've seen the Prada movie #1. Okay, so goes to there. We're gonna have to pay more attention to the one on the right here because that goes off a little more. All right, it's warming up, guys. Boy, that cooled off fast. And I see Kathy B. Hello. We're doing another Prada project after this one, so hang with me, guys. So I think I'll start over here to make sure that one takes. Because it kind of goes off to the side a little bit here. I can probably shift the shirt a little bit. Probably, maybe. Oh, we're gonna have to make do and really hope that that ends. That's okay. Does that look crooked to you guys? Oh, God. Let me fix it. Let's me fix this, friends. First, I'm going to shift the shirt a little bit since I know the words overlap on the other side a little bit more. Okay. Okay. There we go. Let's pull this tight. Okay. Okay. Now, and let's also find the center, shall we? Kind of making sure the F and the Y end at the same spot. And then I give it a little pinch, just like I do with my, and then I'm assuming this is the center because that's the top of the sleeve. And I think I might have pulled it over a bit too much because now the Y is gonna, okay, let's do this. You know me, everything has to be centered, it's got to be equal. It's like, I guess, an idiosyncrasy of mine. Okay, let's try this. Let's see if that helps. It did not, but that's okay. We're gonna roll with it, guys. We're gonna see. Boy, that really just goes off the edge. How did that happen? Let's see how this works. I think I've moved it over enough. If not, this is how it's gonna stay. Okay. This is it, you guys. This is it. I can feel it. We're going to flatten that like that. Okay, push that down. Okay, right? Because we're going to flatten it. We're going to have to hold it down. All right, let's get our Teflon sheet here. And we're going to do it, we'll do it in half. So we'll work on one half versus the other half, okay? So watch your hands. Start. And I'm really pressing to hold this down. Really holding it down. Because we want to make sure everything gets the same amount of heat. Tell me if you guys have tried any of our heat transfers. They are so fun and so easy outside of, trying to make things difficult. They are so easy, you guys. Just set the right temp, set the right time, and press away. I'm really struggling with trying to hold this down. I can't wait to see what this looks like on the sleeve. I think that was a good call. Let's see what time we got. 1 second. Okay. I'm going to kind of come over this way. Press. Hold that down. I'm going to take a peek. It worked. Yay. Yay, it worked. Kathy, you have. Which one have you played with, or which ones, if it's been multiple? I've used a lot of them. We've done the Seinfeld, we've done Prada now, we've We did the Winnie the Pooh a couple days ago. What have we done? We've done like the botanical print. We did the bunny rabbits on the table runner. We've done quite a bit. I want to do the bluebirds. I want to do that one. Just got to find the right surface for that. Not sure what I want to do that one on. Okay. I'm going to kind of do this side again, just to make sure. Looks good though, you guys. Looks really good. I can't wait. Maybe we'll do this for like 40 seconds and then we'll move it to the other side. Honestly, it only takes a couple minutes to do these. It should not take long. I love doing our tumblers. We've done tumblers, that's right. I forgot about that. Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Oh, yep, those are fun. We did do that. Did we do that? I'm trying to think of if I've done any of those yet. Okay, I think we're good. I'm gonna leave that on though, just in case. All right, moment of truth, my friends. Oh my goodness, I love that. I love that. That's awesome. Let's get that out of there. Tissue came out. Oh my goodness, that is so fun. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this. Oh my goodness, how fun is that, you guys? I love it. I love it. So fun. Yep, that's a keeper. So say for some reason I got pink down here, so I'll have to try to wash that out, but awesome. I actually have a product coming today that takes color out of things. So maybe I'll put that on there to try to get rid of that pink. Or just by washing it, you never know. But anyways, I love it. I hope you guys loved it. Yay, we'll get this guy washed up so she's all ready to go on May 1st. All right, let's go on to our next project. Ta-dum. What we are gonna do is there's some reason my coffee isn't here, and I'm gonna put this by our coffee maker, and we'll see if my husband brings me coffee in the morning. He doesn't know how, he claims he doesn't know how to make my coffee. On his defense, I do require it to be a certain taste, so much sugar or fake sugar, so much creamer that it's almost unrecognizable as a coffee. I like my 2 packets of fake sugar, Splenda, Truvia, whatever, Truvia. And then I like creamer, and I like flavored creamer, and it's like the raspberry creamer. So good. All right, I am going to color this with our eggshell blue. So I'm gonna trim that off, and I'm just gonna put it right here on there. Okay, try to flatten that a little bit. I'm gonna get a wipe. I think a wipe will work. We're just lightly doing it. We're trying to get like a color wash. All right, so we're just gonna take our chalk paste, and I'm just gonna kind of smear it on the top. My wipe isn't really all that wet, so what's gonna happen is I'll probably spray this with a little bit of water just to help it spread a little bit. edges. I don't think I'm going to do like the bottom or the sides or the legs. I'm just going to go ahead and do the top. And if I ever decide that I want to change this out, I could just sand that down. Okay, we're going to give it one more couple little spritzes there. You could do this to any wood surface. Just trying to keep it very light. You can even take another wipe. Want to remove more. Just keep wetting it down a little bit here. There we go, yeah. That's more of a color wash, just a light color wash. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's get it dry. And then what I'm going to do actually is sand the edges. See what kind of color we have under this riser. And then we might use my distressing ink to darken up the edges a bit. You could, of course, use some of the chalk paints as well, paste as well. Oh, it's still very wet. Oh, I love this. I love the eggshell blue, and I really like our sea glass. I think that's a really good color that they came out with. Let this sink in here. Get in there. I think I went over the edges on everything, so that's good. Like I said, if I ever decide I want to reuse this riser, I can most definitely sand it down a little bit, and it will be good to go. Or repaint, whatever. Take most of it off with a dry erase, or the board eraser. Alright, I think that's good. Alright, time to make a mess. Well, let's try this. Let's see how we do here. See, it kind of gets to that, the darker MDF wood that's underneath it. I like on the corners going more in. That driftwoody coastal feel to it here. This side again. Okay. You see that? Okay, love that. Let's wipe up after ourselves here. Just one. Just one. Definitely want to clean up after yourself here. Okay. Let's get a paper towel. All right. Yeah, we can wipe this down too. Okay. Awesome. Let's do this. Let's get so we could use, let's see. Trying to find, let's try using one of these foam things. So I'm gonna go with, this is let's see, Black Soot Ground Espresso. This is Vintage Photo, and that's a Hickory Smoke. I'm gonna try with Vintage Photo first. Okay, just kind of dab it around the edges here. That'll kind of really make that, where we sanded, a richer color. I like that a lot. Let's get a little more. All right. Here we go. Let's kind of get that a little more dirtied up, huh? Okay. And you could, of course, if you want to sand it in the middle, you can do that too. All right, where did I put the thing? Here we go. So, is there some reason my coffee isn't here? Miranda was so mean. What a meanie. Meanie. Okay. Miranda's coffee. Prada. Okay. Just making sure that's dry, and then we're going to take that backer off. Now, I did not, I'm not fuzzing, but I also didn't wax, but it feels very soft and smooth to me, so I think we're just going to apply it right to it here. Center it a bit. Take a peek. Looks like it's kind of falling a little. It looks like there's more space. So if I go from the end of the cup to the end of there, I think I need to shift it. So let's shift it again. You guys, I like things centered. I like them even. Drives me crazy. I think we're good there, I think. For some reason why my coffee isn't here. And that looks a little crooked. I don't know. It looks crooked, but sometimes it's just the transfer that's not cut perfect. Feel like that looks a little crooked, but when I look up here it doesn't, but when I look down here it does. I think we're gonna stick with it. Okay. I am going to use, I think, I have a Camel and espresso. I also had some Storm. Don't think I'm going to use Storm. I think I'm just going to do Camel and espresso. So I'll do this, I'll do the words in espresso, and we'll do our coffee cup. And that kind of came squirting out there. So let's put a little more out there. Let's clean this up. I'm just going to kind of rub against. It did squirt some out, but we can save what's left. Let's get a squeegee. Careful to stay on that transfer, especially if you do not wax your wood. When you wax your wood, that does give you a better chance of getting mistakes off. But if not, it will tend to get into the wood. Now there is also that trademark there. I'm going to not do the trademark. Try to avoid that. Okay. Get excess off, smooth out any lines. Okay, quickly put that there, and then we're going to grab some Camel. Let me just kind of mix that up a little bit. See if we can squeeze a little hole out here. We don't need much. We will not need much at all. Like that's probably even too much. And just chalk that coffee mug. All right, take off any excess. Just kind of offload that on a paper towel. Put it back in your jar if you have a jar. I don't have all my jars with me here. So that's why I try to squeeze out as little as I can. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's peel to reveal. Oops, let's get that S better. Okay. Oops, still didn't want to transfer here. I think maybe the lettering is so little. There we go. And oh look, I didn't notice that. That's Miranda's name on the coffee cup. That's pretty funny. Okay, I might try one thing here. We're gonna kind of shift this a little bit and do it again. All right. All right, so let's do this. We're gonna wash this real quick. I will put a little coating of wax on there, so let me find my wax. Let's see here. Where is my wax? Where is my wax? Pretty sure I have a wax out here. I thought I had a wax. I have a different brand wax that I can use, but I could have swore I had our wax. I know, y'all have to look for it next time. We'll use a little bit of this. Just gonna grab a little bit and just go over it. Oh no, it's smearing it. Huh. Yeah, it's taking that brown, isn't it? Okay. It's okay. We can it almost looks like it's intentional so that you can see it. What I want to do though is try to go over top with the camel and use that as a background. So let's get this washed up real quick. Okay. Should only take a few moments. Okay, you want to get the top, whatever is sitting on the top of your transfer, get that off. Flip it over. And then do the back side, okay? You'll see those letters become a little more see-through. You don't want your chalk paste to sit, okay, in that mesh, because it will dry on your mesh. However, thanks, Kathy. If it does, eventually it will come out, because what I do is I sometimes will soak it in some lukewarm water for a minute or so. And then what it does is it kind of just reconstitutes it, wakes it back up. But look at that, when we use our board eraser, it even grabs more of that out of the mesh. So let's make sure we get that nice and clean. Get some on me. Okay, flip her over, and then we can clean the top more. Easy peasy, friends, easy peasy. Okay, let's wipe that off. Okay. Let's get a paper towel. Guys, it's pretty gloomy here today. No sun. It's supposed to be like 67, 68, something like that. But without the sun, it just seems so gloomy. It's a little cooler too outside. Definitely cooler. Okay, I'm gonna fuzz this on my pants here. Just a couple times, just to dull it a little bit. So we're gonna kind of offset it, okay? So I'll come down because I feel like it's higher here than it is here. So I'm going to come down a bit. So let's line it up perfectly, right? Okay. Then what I do is I come down a little bit and to the left or the right. Just lay that down. Gently lay that down. Now, we are going to cover that espresso with the candles. So you are going to see you'll see a smidgen of that. So maybe we ought to do a little more. Actually, I think I like it like it is. I think we're good. We're not going to do the mug. We're going to keep that way. So let's put some of this down. And let's wipe off our espresso. If we can. Well, you know what? Let's just get a clean one. All right, I'm babbling. Now we're gonna cover this again. And then you'll see how it's gonna kind of outline it. It's kind of a cool effect. Also avoid the copyright if you don't want it. Okay, I think we're good. All right, now let's see how it looks. I like that. Kinda. I don't know. I should have left it dark brown. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna do it a third time. Let's get that dry. What we do is maybe go back to the original and then have that camel as it's underneath. We could do that. And then if I completely hate it, we could always just, like I said, sand it off. Okay, let's go back to the original. Let's line it up with the coffee mug. It's not the original. Okay. All right, let's go back to that espresso. I think I liked it darker. I'm gonna kind of unfold this excess that I put away here. Scrape that off the napkin. Avoid that copyright. Just reminding myself. All right. Smooth out lines, blah, blah, blah. Take excess off, put that there. There we go. Back to the original with a little bit of you could see a little bit of an underline there. That's better. I like the darker better. I think I do. And then I think I'll probably go around the edges with, maybe we go around with the darker brown. to really bring out that dark brown. We got a little blip here, so I'm going to kind of try to fix that up. Get my detail tool here. When you're working with wood grain too, don't go against the wood grain when you're trying to remove little mishaps, because that sometimes will actually smear it. And once you get most of it, you can, but don't start off that way. Okay. All right. Yay, let's do this real quick and then we are done. I will let you guys go. I appreciate you all hopping on today. Let's go darker. Yeah, definitely darker. Guys, there it is. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I hope you guys do too. I appreciate you being here. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday, and I hope to see you guys again soon.